Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. And yeah, it has been a little while once again since I have made a video, yeah. It's just been a little bit of a busy time for me because, as I told you guys in my last video, I was like starting a new job, and yeah, I've been working that job for like pretty much ever since then. And yeah, and they've got me working like the late shift, like I'm working like until like 2 or 3 p.m. until like late at night. It's like 9 or 10 p.m. that I get off, so now they got me kind of like working the late shifts right now, so yeah, and it's just been kind of like a little bit of a busy time for me, like just really like adjusting to the job and stuff. So it's just been a little bit of a hectic time for me, but yeah, I'm hopefully going to try to really like work around it as best as I can to really get out as much for you guys as I can. All right, yeah, but here I am now, and yeah, and of course with Survivor Series being this Sunday once again, I decided once again that I would make another retro Survivor Series review. Yeah, and yeah, and I figured that for the Survivor Series review, I figured I would go back and take a look at the original Survivor Series. So yeah, this is going to be a review of the original Survivor Series, which is Survivor Series 1987. So yeah, so I figured I would talk about this since I haven't really talked about the original Survivor Series. I mean, and I really don't really hear a lot of people really talking about the original Survivor Series a lot, but yeah, it does really deserve like a lot of recognition because like just of course like was the very first ever Survivor Series. So it is like it does really have that distinction, so I really feel that I should give it like some honor and really talk about it. Yeah, and and personally, this is actually a pretty great show. So so yeah, so this show, like, of course, like it took place on Thanksgiving in 1987. Yeah, back when Survivor Series was originally released, like it like took place on like Thanksgiving or like the night before Thanksgiving, until like I think it was like 1995 that they actually moved Survivor Series to Sunday nights. Yeah, I found it interesting that like the WWF always like had Survivor Series be like on like Thanksgiving or the night before Thanksgiving up during this time. Yeah, just like it was part of a Thanksgiving tradition and stuff. So yeah, I really did find it interesting that they did that. Yeah, and and like I said, first ever Survivor Series, and yeah, this was actually a pretty great show. I mean, yeah, there were only like 4 matches on the show, but yeah, all 4 matches were like really, really good to great. Like, now, this show, I mean, it only does have 4 matches, and all 4 were like Survivor Series elimination matches. Yeah, back during this time, like in like the first few years of Survivor Series, like the entire card was just full of just the Survivor Series elimination matches. Like, yeah, the entire shows were just the elimination matches, and there wasn't really anything else until like I think it was 1991 that they had like matches other than just the Survivor Series elimination matches. Yeah, and like I said, all 4 matches on the show, yeah, they were like very, very enjoyable. Like, I mean, they did all have like really good to great matches on here. Yeah, of course, like I'm sure like the people that do know the Survivor Series do know it for like the main event because yeah, this was still like the continuing on with the rivalry between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. So yeah, and of course like the main event of the show featured like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant captaining their teams against each other. So it was like basically like another showdown between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. So yeah, but even like the rest of the show, overall is pretty good as well. I mean, you do have like a lot of like really well-known talent from the time really being like on the show. Like you did have like a Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, Jake the Snake Roberts, Harley Race, Honky Tonk Man, Hercules, Fabulous Moolah, Velvet McIntyre, Sensational Sherri, British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation, King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang, Bam Bigelow, Don Muraco, Paul Orndorff. So you did pretty much like have a lot of really like the well-known guys that competed in the WWF at the time really compete on the show. And yeah, and like I said, like all four matches were like really, really good to great. I mean, yeah, I mean, just yeah, all four matches were definitely like enjoyable to watch. I mean, yeah, maybe like some of the matches really do like last kind of long. I mean, I remember, yeah, like the match that features like all the tag teams like in the match together, like like where you have like the five tag teams on each team. Yeah, that match did like go on like pretty long, but I mean it was still like a really, really good to great match. Yeah, and yeah, the other matches maybe they do like kind of last like a little long, but I mean yeah, I mean but yeah, with only four matches in the show and with it being a 3 hour pay per view, I mean yeah, I mean they really did all they could to really like just branch it out as much as they could to really like have the matches really go as long as they could to really like uh balance it out on the show. Oh yeah, and yeah, and like I said, all the matches were like very enjoyable to watch. So so if you haven't seen the Survivor Series before, I recommend checking it out. Not just like because it is the very first Survivor Series and just how historical it is for that, but yeah, even like if you're just like looking at it as just like another wrestling event, yeah, it is still a very enjoyable one to watch. So yeah. So really, just I can't really find too much to complain about, other than maybe like the match is going a bit too long. But even then, like just with it being four matches, like I said, I mean, yeah, they did all they could to. Yeah, I mean, they just really wanted to like branch it out and just like really balance it out as well as they could. And yeah, and I really would say that they definitely succeeded with that. So yeah, so I just really don't know what else I can really say. Just yeah, it was definitely a very enjoyable show, and I really did enjoy watching it. All right, so yeah, so let me just talk about the matches. All right, so with the opening Survivor Series elimination match, you had it was the Honky Tonk Man, Harley Race, Hercules, Dangerous Danny Davis, and Ron Bass versus the Macho Man Randy Savage, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And yeah, and I really did enjoy this match. This was definitely like a very, very good opener. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was like really good. Yeah, they did a really good job of really like having like all 10 guys really get involved in the match as well as they could. And yeah, and it was like very enjoyable to watch. I mean, yeah, like everybody just kept tagging in and out, and yeah, I thought everybody really did get in the match enough of here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know, like, I've seen, like, Lundrick is really, like, re-reviewing all the past Survivor Series, pay-per-views. Like, he did it, like, several years ago, but, yeah, he decided to, like, this year he's decided to redo them because he just felt that, like, his old reviews really aren't doing that good, so he wanted to, like, redo them to really do a better job with them. And, yeah, and he has reviewed this one, and, yeah, and he really has said, like, yeah, the great things about matches like these is you can really keep the fast pace going and rotate the guys around. And yeah, and that is the case here because yeah, this was a really well paced match. And yeah, like I said, they really did like just rotate it around and really just like everybody from like each team really did tag in and out to really get everybody involved with it. And yeah, and they did really good with it. Yeah. Yeah, and then at one point then as Hacksaw Jim Duggan and yeah, Saxon Jim Duggan and Harley Race were going at it. Yeah, they ended up like fighting outside of the ring. But then, yeah, as they were like battling on the outside of the ring, yeah, they both ended up getting counted out. So yeah, both of them ended up getting eliminated. And yeah, then it just continued on with some more fast pace with everybody just tagging in and out, and yeah, the match going back and forth with both teams, like yeah, one team would get the upper hand at one point, and then the other team would get the upper hand. Yeah, it was really good back and forth between both of the teams, and yeah, just everybody kept on tagging in and out. Yeah, then at one point, as I think it was Ron Bass, so was fighting off with a Macho Man. Then yeah, Macho Man ended up making a blind tag to Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Ron Bass didn't see, and then Brutus the Barber Beefcake then just like hit a high knee on Ron Bass, and then was able to eliminate him. Yeah. Yeah, then eventually Honky Tonk Man was going at it with Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and eventually Honky Tonk Man eliminated Beefcake after a shake, rattle, and roll neck breaker. So then it was down to a 3-on-3 situation with Macho Man, Ricky Steamboat, and Jake the Snake Roberts against Honky Tonk Man, Hercules, and Danny Davis. Yeah, and it just continued to go on back and forth between all of them. It continued on with some fast-paced action. And the teams going back and forth. Then eventually, Danny Davis and Jake the Snake were going at it, and then Jake the Snake was able to eventually eliminate Danny Davis after a DDT. Yeah, and then Hercules and Honky Tonk Man were the only two left for their team. Yeah, they continued going at it, and then Hercules was going at it. He was a legal guy for a while in the match. Yeah, then after a Ricky Steamboat was able to lay out Hercules, then Ricky Steamboat tagged in Macho Man, then Macho Man hit the flying elbow drop on Hercules to eliminate him. So then the Honky Tonk Man was all by himself in a 3-on-1 situation against Savage, Steamboat, and Roberts, and and the three of them were just beating down Honky Tonk Man for a few minutes, and then eventually Macho Man then just gave Honky Tonk Man an atomic drop that just then caused Honky Tonk Man to fall out of the ring, and then Honky Tonk Man then just ended up bailing and ended up being counted out. So then Macho Man, Ricky Steamboat, and Jake the Snake were the survivors for the team, and they won the match. So this was a really good opener. Yeah, really well paced. With, like I said, all the guys just were able to get in, and they all did do really good to really just rotate it around to really get everybody involved in the match. So this was a really good, enjoyable opener. Yeah, I mean, a very a nice way to really open up Survivor Series, and a good way to really kick it off for the Survivor Series shows. So I would probably give that match around 3.5 stars. Yeah. Then next up, we had a women's Survivor Series elimination match. Next up, we had it was the Fabulous Moolah, Rockin' Robin, Velvet McIntyre, and the Jumping Angels, which were Itsuki Yamazaki and Norio Tino. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing those right. Yeah, I apologize if I'm not. And it was against Sensational Sherri, who was the women's champion at the time, the Glamour Girls, Lonnie Kai and Judy Martin, who were the women's tag team champions at the time. So even back then, the WWF had a women's tag team championship. If today's not the only time that they have had tag titles for the women's division. Yeah. And it was also Donna Christianello and Dawn Marie. And before anybody says anything, it is not that Dawn Marie. Not the Dawn Marie that was in the WWE in the early to mid 2000s. Not that Dawn Marie. This was another Dawn Marie. So for those of you are thinking what, Dawn Marie actually competed at this time? Yeah, not that Dawn Marie. This is a different Dawn Marie. Yeah. And this was a pretty good match as well. I mean, the women's division, I mean, this shows that, the women's division really could actually, pull it off and really, do good in, these, types of matches, today, a lot of people are really, hating on the fact that, the women in the WWE now are really, getting, this kind of treatment and are really being put in, all the matches that the men are competing in, how women are, now in, ladder matches and Hell in a Cell and Elimination Chamber and all this stuff. A lot of people are really hating on that, but even back then, the women were, being treated like that, too. So they were in this type of environment. And this was once again a pretty good match right here. They did a good job at really balancing out all the eliminations throughout the match. They didn't really have a lot of any quick eliminations. They really did balance it out. There were eliminations that were really the eliminations of the match, they were pretty much only a few minutes it's apart from each other, but they did a really good job of like really balancing it out. Like I don't know how many of you really did see like the review that I made last year for the Team Austin Team Bischoff match at Survivor Series 2003, and I talked about like the Team Lesnar Team Angle Survivor Series elimination match that was on that Survivor Series, and I was complaining about like how there were just a whole bunch of quick eliminations like in the matter of like just like a minute or a minute and a half or something. Yeah, but yeah, here they really did a good job really balancing it out. Like you didn't really have like just one person getting eliminated, another one getting eliminated, another one getting eliminated. Like you didn't have like multiple eliminations taking place in just like a minute time. Like yeah, for this match, like the eliminations were really good at really being balanced out to have it be like a few minutes apart from each other to really like balance it out for the match. Yeah, and even the match itself, it was still like really, really good. I mean, once again, like you did have like the women just like rotating around the match, like all 10 women really getting like evened out to really like get involved into the match. And Velvet McIntyre really did like really well in the match. Like she did like have quite a few eliminations for her team in the match. Well, I shouldn't really say that. Not she only had like 2, but yeah, she really did do a very good job in the match. And yeah, she eliminated Donna Christianello first after a victory roll. Yeah. And then eventually Rockin Robin hit a running crossbody on Dawn Marie to pin her. That like ended up like eliminating like 2 members of Sherri's team. Well, none of Moolah's team was eliminated yet. And then Sherri like came in, and she did really good, but in the match as well. And the stuff between like the jumping bomb angels and the glamour girls, that stuff was really good as well. Like throughout the match, like those 2 teams like were teaming up to go up against each other. And that stuff was very enjoyable throughout the match. Then eventually, Rockin Robin ended up getting eliminated after a vertical suplex. And then the Glamour girls, like I said, they were teaming up throughout the match, and they were able to hit a double clothesline on Moolah and Judy Martin, and that was able to eliminate Moolah. And then then Velvet McIntyre and Sherri were going at it, and then eventually Velvet McIntyre was able to eliminate Sherri with a victory roll. And then eventually like Leilani Kai then like went at it with Velvet McIntyre, and eventually Leilani Kai was able to eliminate Velvet McIntyre after a electric chair drop. And then it was down to the Glamour girls and the jumping bomb angels, and like I said, the stuff between them, it was like really, really well. Like, this just really does show you like how good like women can actually wrestle. Like back during this time, and even like back like during in the early '90s when like the WWF revived the women's division, like during like the Alundra Blaze run and all that stuff. The women's division, it was like really, really awesome, really awesome, and the women actually did know how to wrestle. Like WWE today seems to like really be like trying to reignite that, but here just after like just a whole like quite a while, like just like the women wrestling in the WWE just really just being it's really like being really kind of hard to really like take it seriously now. But back then, like this could really be taken seriously. And this was just like really awesome stuff. And then eventually the jumping bomb angels were able to eliminate both of the Glamour girls, and they were the survivors for the team. Moolah's team ended up being victorious here. But it's just really unfortunate that just the Bomb Angels just really didn't last much in the WWF. Like just Vince really didn't have really interest anymore pursuing them the following year. So it sucks that they didn't really get much because they just really did deserve a lot because yeah, here they just showed like what they could really do. Yeah, but still, this was a really good match once again. Like, yeah, for those of you like women wrestling haters out there, like for all of you that are like bashing the women wrestling, especially like how it is, especially like what's going on today, just go back and just check some of these like older women's matches out because this shows that women can like do really really good in the ring. So yeah, so I would probably give that like probably 3.5 stars as well. Yeah. Then next up, then we got an interesting match. Yeah, next up was that uh, tag team elimination match that I was telling you about, where you have like the 5 tag teams on each team. Yeah, you had the Hart Foundation, which was Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart. Uh, let's see, it was the Islanders, Haku and Tama, Demolition, Axe and Smash, the Bolsheviks, Nikolai Volkov and Boris Zukov, and the New Dream Team, which were Greg Valentine and Dino Bravo, against Strike Force, Tito Santana and Rick Martel, the Young Stallions, which were Paul Roma and Jim Powers, the Fabulous Rougeaus, Jock and Raymond, the Killer Bees, which were Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair, and the British Bulldogs, David Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid. Yeah, and yeah, this was an interesting one. Yeah, and the concept of this match was that whenever somebody got eliminated, them and their normal tag team partner would be eliminated from the match. So yeah, basically that tag team would be eliminated from the match. So yeah, that was interesting. Like they did this the first couple of years of Survivor Series, but it wasn't done again until 2016. Yeah, so yeah, there was basically a 10-on-10 tag elimination match. So yeah, 20 guys in total in the match. Yeah, I remember like I was thinking like this really wasn't gonna really go that well because really just when you have like so many guys in the match at once, like it just can be like kind of like hard to contain, and you can really like kind of just get lost in what's going on just because like you get like so many guys in the ring. It can be hard to really follow. Yeah, and these matches really do like have a history of really like not turning out so well. So yeah, so going into this match, I was like kind of skeptical about it, but yeah, they did a really great job with this. Like, yeah, this is really considered to be like one of the greatest Survivor Series elimination matches of all time, and quite frankly, I can't disagree. Yeah, I mean, this was just like done like really well. I mean, yeah, you did like have like just yeah. Once again, like they did a good job of like getting really everybody involved in the match. Yeah, yeah. The Bolsheviks were the first ones to go in the match after like just like 90 seconds in, and after her like Tito Santana, like hit a flying forearm smash on a Boris Zukov, and yeah, that eliminated the Bolsheviks. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, all guys like just went in. And like yeah, it was just like all the teams like really just like working together about the match. Yeah, yeah. Then then eventually uh yeah Jacques tried to hit a diving crossbody on Axe, but yeah, Axe was able to move out of the way, and yeah, Jacques missed it, and then yeah, Axe was able to pin him. So then the Rougeaus ended up getting eliminated. Yeah, and then there was like one point in the match where like Smash then was like beating someone down. I forgot who, and then like he ended up like throwing the referee across the ring, and that ended up getting him disqualified. So yeah, that ended up eliminating Demolition. Yeah. Yeah, and interestingly, Strike Force like got eliminated like before the match ended. Like they weren't even the last ones eliminated for their team, even though like they were the captains of their team. Yeah, they got eliminated after Jim Neidhart was able to pin Tito Santana and eliminate him. Yeah. Yeah, and then like the British Bulldogs also ended up getting eliminated after like the Dynamite Kid was like tried to like he like his head collided with Haku's, and of course, like Haku and like those kinds of like Samoan wrestlers are like known to really have like very hard heads. So Dynamite Kid just like his head just like like couldn't take the collision, so yeah, he just ended up like passing out, and then yeah, Haku was able to eliminate the Dynamite Kid. Yeah, and and then then like it just continued on. Yeah, one part of the match I really did like was at one point Greg Valentine tried to get Jim Powers into like a figure four, but then he was able to kick a Greg Valentine off, and then he made a blind tag to Paul Roma, and then as Greg Valentine tried to go for the figure four again, then Paul Roma then just came off the turnbuckle and then just like got a sunset flip on Greg Valentine to eliminate him. So that was a pretty cool spot right there. And then the new Dream Team ended up getting eliminated. And then then it was like down to the Killer Bees and the Young Stallions against the Hart Foundation and the Islanders. And the 8 of them continued going at it. And then eventually the Hart Foundation eventually ended up getting eliminated from the match. After Jim Brunzell like had Bret Hart up, but then Tama just dropkicked Bret Hart back into him, but Brunzell was able to roll it over to pin Bret Hart, and the Hart Foundation ended up getting eliminated. And then and then as the referee was then like trying to get the Hart Foundation out of the ring, Brian Blair was able to put on his Killer Bee mask. Jim Brunzell was the Legal One in the match, and then after Tomo did something to Jim Brunzell, then B. Brian Blair, then with the Killer Bee mask, nobody knew that it was him. Well, the referee didn't know it was him. He was able to sunset flip Tama and pin him, and so then that eliminated the Islanders. So then the Killer Bees and the Young Stallions were the survivors of the match, and their team won the match. So this was just a really awesome match. The tag division at this time, while it may not have looked totally spectacular, it was still a really good division with all these teams in there. And the quality of this match just was awesome. I mean, I may not have really talked about it all that well, but just you've really got to see it for yourself to really just know what I'm talking about. This was just a real great match. So check this out if you haven't seen it, because this was just a great match, and one of the best Survivor Series elimination matches of all time. So I would probably give that a solid 4 stars. This match was just absolutely awesome. I mean, it did go on pretty long. It was like 37 minutes, but totally worth it. Just an awesome match. All right, and then we got the main event, and it was here was the big showdown with Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. We had it was Andre the Giant, One Man Gang, King Kong Bundy, Butch Reed, and Rick Rude against Hulk Hogan, Paul Orndorff, Don Muraco, Ken Patera, and Bam Bam Bigelow. And Don Muraco was in the match. It was originally supposed to be Superstar Billy Graham in the match, but this was when Superstar Billy Graham retired after a hip injury. So Don Muraco filled in for Superstar Billy Graham at the match. And I really did enjoy this match too. This was just really awesome. Just I mean, given the guys that are in here, you have quite a lot of big guys in the match, with Andre and King Kong Bundy and One Man Gang and Bam Bam Bigelow, and big guys like that. That would probably make you think that, oh man, this could really suck, and it really does sound horrible, and you probably does make you think that this match really wouldn't turn out very good. But this is just an example of don't judge a book by its cover, because this was a very enjoyable match right here. I mean, once again, just like the other matches, they really did a good job really rotating all the guys around to really get everybody involved in here. Like I said, this was another show said to be like another showdown with Hulk Hogan and Andre since their clash at WrestleMania 3. Yeah, this was actually Andre's first match in the company since WrestleMania 3. So yeah, so Andre was gone for the company for a while after WrestleMania 3. Yeah, and I think even Hulk Hogan was gone for a period too, given like the injuries that he sustained when he slammed Andre. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, this was a really, really awesome match as well. Yeah, I mean, I really did enjoy this a lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was just like really filled with a lot of good workers and made it interesting because interesting. Yeah, I mean, you had like a yeah, all the guys really like getting in like a lot of offense here to really make them all look good. Yeah. Now, Butch Reed was the first one eliminated in the match. Yeah, Butch Reed ended up getting eliminated about like 3 minutes in after Hulk Hogan gave him a leg drop. Yeah, and then eventually the teams just ended up like just were continuing to go at it with each other. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. Like after a Hulk Hogan eliminated Butch Reed, like he was high fiving like other teammates, and the first one he high fived was Ken Patera, but yeah, the high fives like the referee actually did like consider a tag. So yeah, Kim Patera ended up like being tagged in after the high five. Yeah, it was kind of like I don't know how many you actually know about like the match like Hulk Hogan had with Mean Gene against George Animal Steel and Mr. Fuji in 1984. But yeah, at one point in the match, like Hulk Hogan was actually like high fived Mean Gene, and yeah, the referee ended up like taking that as a tag. Yeah, and yeah, that was the case here too. So yeah, so I find it kind of funny how like Hulk Hogan like inadvertently tags people when he high fives them. Yeah, but eventually like Ken Patera then Ken Patera was then like the next one involved in the match. Yeah. Then yeah, Ken Patera like he actually did like pretty good in the match. He actually like took down King Kong Bundy at one point with a clothesline and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, then and eventually Ken Patera ended up getting eliminated by One Man Gang, and after a One Man Gang like was then just like One Man Gang just eventually eliminated Ken Patera with the flying clothesline. Yeah, so Ken Patera ended up getting eliminated. So yeah, it was down to a 4-on-4 situation. Yeah, then Paul Orndorff and Rick Rude were then like going at with each other. Yeah, but then at one point then like Paul Orndorff ended up getting distracted, acted by like King Kong Bundy, and then Rude then was able to like roll up Paul Orndorff and eliminated him. Yeah. Yeah, but then eventually Rick Rude ended up getting eliminated by Don Muraco. So he was like down to 3-on-3 right there. And then as Don Muraco was going out with One Man Gang then at one point then just threw Don Muraco into Andre, and then Andre nailed Don Muraco. Oh, and then then allowed One Man Gang to then hit the 747 splash on Don Muraco to eliminate him. So then it was down to a 3-on-2 situation with Andre, Bundy, and One Man Gang against Hulk Hogan and Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh yeah. So then it just like then went back and forth for a few more minutes with like King Kong Bundy and One Man Gang working over Don Muraco. Yeah, but then eventually Hulk Hogan ended up getting tagged in, and then Hulk Hogan and Andre had another showdown. Hulk Hogan and Andre went at it, and then Hulk Hogan was gaining the upper hand on Andre. But then at one point, Hulk Hogan was pulled out of the ring by I think it was King Kong Bundy. It might have been One Man Gang. I forgot which one it was, but Then Hulk Hogan was fighting with both King Kong Bundy and One Man Gang on the outside. But then as Hulk Hogan was fighting with them on the outside, Hulk Hogan ended up getting counted out. So yeah, so that ended up eliminating Hulk Hogan. Yeah. And Hulk Hogan, like, he was like just trying to plead his case to the referees, but then yeah, Hulk Hogan then ended up being forced to leave the ring, or else Andre's team would automatically be declared the winners. So yeah, Hulk Hogan had to leave the ring. So Bam Bam Bigelow was in a 3-on-1 situation against one man gang, King Kong Bundy and Andre. Yeah, but yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow was able to fight off a one man gang and King Kong Bundy. Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow then eventually then was able to eliminate King Kong Bundy after a slingshot. Then eventually, after one man gang missed a 747 splash on Bam Bam, Bam Bam was then able to eliminate one man gang. Yeah, and then it was down to Bam Bam Bigelow and Andre. Andre then, after Bam Bam was able to avoid Andre for a few attempts. Then eventually Andre was able to get his hands on Bam Bam, and then Andre then nailed Bam Bam with a butterfly suplex and was able to pin him. So Andre ended up winning the match, and Andre was the sole survivor for his team. But before Andre could celebrate, Hulk Hogan ended up coming back and nailed Andre a couple times with the title belt, and just threw him out of the ring. And then Hulk Hogan, and he makes the crowd happy, and then Hulk Hogan he then posed for the crowd and stuff. So I'm sure there are a lot of people that are going to be hating on Hulk Hogan for this, for taking the celebratory moment away from Andre. But you got to understand that back then, the fans really did love Hulk Hogan, and they were always really wanting to see Hulk Hogan really do this, really do the posing and stuff. So I guess maybe I can kind of understand maybe what you're saying, seeing as how Hulk Hogan was always having the upper Hulk Hogan always going over in these moments, but I mean but it does kind of make sense given how beloved Hulk Hogan really was. So I guess whether or not whether you are okay with Hulk Hogan actually going over Andre like this, even though Andre won the match or not. I mean, I guess just you either love it or you hate it. I mean, I just really don't know what to tell you about it. But it does kind of make sense for why they did it. But it was a really, really enjoyable match, and I really did like it a lot. I mean, I remember when Hulk Hogan did get eliminated. When I first saw that when I was a kid, I really was not happy about it. It just really sucked, and I wasn't happy to see Andre really winning the match as a kid. And the match overall, it was still very, very enjoyable, and I really did like it a lot. So I would give this probably 3.5 stars as well. So overall with the show, I would probably give it a 8 out of 10. I mean, just all 4 matches, they were very enjoyable. They were all really well paced and booked properly. So I really can't find too much to complain about. I mean, I know some people would probably hate the ending, and maybe the match with the tag teams could probably be a little hard to really keep track of given everybody in the match, but I mean, it was still a really great match. So overall, I just really can't find too much to complain about. So it is a really, really good to great show. So if you haven't seen it before, check it out. Not just for the honor that it's the very first Survivor Series, but even just as a show, it is still a really great show. So so check it out if you haven't seen it before. All right, so I guess that's all I can really say about it. All right, so this is it for my review of Survivor Series 1987. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. And I do have a couple of more Survivor Series related reviews I want to do. It's not really going to be for the full shows, but of course, this Sunday with Survivor Series, it is celebrating The Undertaker's 30th anniversary, and this is also Undertaker will be giving his final farewell to the company. So I want to make a couple of reviews for some Undertaker matches at Survivor Series for in honor of the Undertaker. It is going to cover his debut match with the company. And yeah, then there's another review of an Undertaker match at Survivor Series I want to talk about as well. So yeah, so those are going to be like my next 2 videos. So stay tuned for those. Yeah, and there is like another review that I also do want to make of a certain WCW event. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till like after the Sunday at Survivor Series to make that. So yeah, that's going to be like after Survivor Series this Sunday. Yeah, but yeah, stay tuned for my next 2 reviews for like certain Undertaker matches at Survivor Series. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.